Today we are talking about Unit 3, Lesson 1, solving one-step equations with addition and subtraction. The homework that goes with this is page 2 to the top of page 3. 2 to the top of page 3 in the homework packet. Problem of the week is due Friday, plus Friday we'll have a computation quiz. All right. This is the first page in your notes. We are going to review order of operations. Pause the video right now and do these problems. All right, order of operations. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I'm going to do what's in parentheses first. So this first problem will be 3 plus 5 squared. It's right next to that, so times 3. Excuse is exponent, so I need to take care of this 5 squared. So 3 plus 25 times 3. My dear is multiply and divide before you add and subtract, so 3 plus 75, which is 78. There's my PEMDAS pizza, that's pepperoni. All right, order of operations here. There's no parentheses, so I need to do exponents first. So I'll have 16 minus 2 times 3 plus 10. My dear is multiply and divide, so 16 minus 6 plus 10. Add and subtract, I can work left to right. 16 minus 6 is 10, plus 10 is 20. There's your answer. All right. A. This Venn diagram we're going to fill in. Write each of the following phrases in the correct section of the Venn diagram. Contains an operation, has variables and numbers, has only numbers. So a numerical expression has only numbers. So like 8. A algebraic expression has variables and numbers. And they both can have operations. So that's going to go in here. Contains operations. So a numerical expression will be something like this. 7 times the quantity 3 plus 2. That's a numerical expression. An algebraic expression will be something like this. 7 times the quantity 3a plus 2. That's algebraic because it has a variable. All right, we're going to learn how to evaluate and substitute. So we want to evaluate the expression 2 times the quantity n plus 3 if n is negative 4. So I'm going to substitute my value in for n. So 2 times the quantity, n is negative 4 plus 3. Now I follow order of operations. Do parentheses first. So 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. Now, over here, I'm going to substitute 5 for W and 3 for B. So I'm going to have 8 times, and you need to put your little dot. W, which is 5, minus 2 times B, which is 3. Order of operations, multiply first, so 40 minus 6, which is 34. All right, let's substitute 8 for D. So 2 times the quantity, 8 plus 9. Well, order of operations, so 2 times 17 is 34. This one I'm going to substitute 8 for D. I'm going to do that everywhere we see a D. So I'm going to have 8 divided by 4 plus 3 times 8 minus 10. Again, notice I did not just write the 3 and the 8 right next to each other. I wrote 3 times 8. Well, 8 divided by 4 is 2 plus 3 times 8 is 24 minus 10. This will be 26 minus 10 is 16. Solving equations. addition and subtraction. Undo each other. They're opposites. Now, when we are solving equations, the equals splits the equation in the middle. I like to draw a line right down the middle. So I have r plus 4 equals 10. I think everybody can look at this and say, well, I know that 6 plus 4 is 10, so r is 6. That's not the point. I do understand that you can probably just look at these and tell me what r is. But we're going to start to learn the process to solve complicated equations. So what you do is you look on the side with the variable and you say, what's happening with the variable? This is plus 4. And you do the opposite to both sides. So the opposite of plus 4 or positive 4 is minus 4, minus 4. An equation is balanced. So as long as you do anything, you can do it to both sides, it remains balanced. Now, look what happens. Positive 4 minus 4 is 0. So on this side, I'm left with r equals 10 minus 4 is 6. So the answer is r equals 6. And we just solved a one-step equation. Draw a line down the middle here. Variable is on the left. What's happening with the variable? Minus 5. What is the opposite of subtracting 5? The opposite is adding 5. So I add 5 to both sides. On this side, minus 5 plus 5 is 0, so I'm left with just x, which is what I want to do. I want to get x alone. 7 plus 5 is 12. Let's try another one. Draw your line down the middle. So, t plus 26 equals 12. What's the opposite of plus 26? Minus 26. So, 26 minus 26 is 0. I'm left with t equals 12 minus 26 is negative 14. Because you think about that just like this. 12 minus 26. Add the opposite, it's negative 14. You can also use your calculators. Now, this one. How do I get this minus 3 over to the other side? What's the opposite of minus 3? I add 3. I always get the variable alone. So this will be 0. I'm left with x equals 10. Draw the line down the middle. Now this one's a little different. Because look, the variable's on the right. So I want to get the variable alone. What's the opposite of minus 25? It's plus 25. You do that to both sides of the equal. Negative 22 plus 5 is 3 equals, over here I've got p. Last one. How do I move this 12 over to the other side because I want to get x alone? This is plus 12. Because think about this. I could rewrite this as x plus 12. 12 plus x and x plus 12 are the same. So I subtract 12 from both sides. 6 minus 12 is negative 6.